All right, they should be notifying. We'll see
Perfect.
people coming in. Let me get the chat up too. All right, we'll see when the eyes. All right, Pepper Pug has joined on TikTok, so we got people rolling. What's up, guys? We are back live, and for anybody joining on TikTok, let me show the whole screen. If you guys join us on Twitter, you get the full show, sharing screen, going over the slate today. But you guys are welcome to ask your questions in the chat. But we do recommend joining us from X instead of on TikTok. Same handle at Sean's Take. But Evan, let's start breaking it down. Got a pretty full slate today, so I think there's some good games to discuss here.
Absolutely.
And starting up top, Nationals, Reds. We had actually talked about liking the Reds here. Very interesting betting split going on in favor of the Nationals, though, which I'm kind of surprised about in this one.
With Hunter Green on the mound, too.
Yeah, and I don't, Hunter Green's a type of pitcher who he has some great starts, he has some not so great starts, but I don't know. I like the way he's pitched, and I think he can take advantage of the Nationals lineup here.
Yeah, and the Reds are better than expected, kind of. And they had some high praise before this year started about being sneaky, and they're playing well.
Definitely.
But, we stayed away from it.
Do you think they win that division, the Reds, when it's all said and done this year?
No, Cubs are going to win that division.
I think the Cubs have been a lot better than
a
lot of people expected.
Right. I think Cubs win that division.
Yep, I like that. And guys, feel free to drop, any comments, suggestions, what games you want to go over. We're going to be talking about them all. But definitely, if there's one you guys want us to highlight, we'll do it. Padres at the Pirates. Dylan Cease on the mound today. I feel like that's a solid pick. We didn't include it in our 3-team, money line parlay, which actually, let me get that our ticker back up on the bottom so you guys can see our money line parlay and our free play down at the bottom. But I think Padres are a team that I feel should be able to pick up a win today. No line movement there though, so it's nothing crazy standing out.
Yeah, they went on that little skid of losing 4 in a row. Then they played well against the Giants. I think they keep it rolling for a little bit.
Agreed. Moving on, Diamondbacks, Phillies, 2 good teams here. Phillies should win, but there's a little bit more split coming in for the Diamondbacks today.
Good pitching matchup. Merrill Kelly, he hasn't given up more than 2 runs in his last 4 starts. And then Luzardo for the Phillies, he's been pretty much red hot. So, I think a couple really good offenses, but not as many runs today as you think.
Definitely. Royals, Orioles, this is one that we actually did pick an upset for, and we are getting the market backing everything that we liked in that game as well. So I think that's a good promising sign for us to see KC getting that backing there.
Yep, Michael Wacha didn't pitch that great against the Orioles earlier this year, but I trust him. I do. He's always pretty solid.
I do too. And it's never a bad feeling when you are thinking an upset's going to happen to get a nice plus 27 betting split.
Right. Absolutely.
In your favor there. Let's see. Next up, Rays at the Yankees. We got the Yankees in our 3-team money line parlay. Another team that I think we're feeling pretty good about.
Yep, and Max Fried's been one of the best pitchers in baseball.
Yes, yeah, definitely. He's been especially with Garrett Cole going down and everything. What a move for them to
huge
be able
pickup.
To step in, and be as good as he's been here. Let's see, and guys, definitely drop any questions on games you guys have. Drop them in the chat here for us. We will be happy to answer them. Guardians, Blue Jays. What are we thinking here?
Tough game to call. Could really go either way. So there is value on taking the Guardians at plus money.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Their bats have struggled, but yeah. There's value there. Instead of paying the juice, I would go the other way.
Agreed. I think the Blue Jays win, but I would never touch it. And in a situation like that, you get so much more money or so much more value taking an underdog in that type of situation. So that's definitely a toss-up game right there. Don't be surprised if there's an upset. Twins, Red Sox. Red Sox, man, they should have had
burned
that.
Us. Yep, they burned us yesterday.
Yeah, so I think it's a good bounce back spot for them. Let's see. Someone asked about the over. Luis, was that the over in the Guardians game? Guardians Jays there, or let me know which game you're talking about. Someone asked Red Sox -1. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad play there.
No, I
-1.
like the Red Sox coming back today,
Um,
and they've been playing better at Fenway.
Definitely better there. I got no clue in MLB if your pick today hits. Me and my boys eating good tonight. All right, we hope you're eating good
Yeah,
tonight from what we're posting on here.
I
So
hope so too.
yeah, definitely hope to see that. Oh, and then let's check on that over real quick. So total for the Blue Jays game. Let's see, where's that game at? Set at 8.5. I mean, it's hard to look at betting splits. I don't really think betting splits is as good of an indicator for overs and unders because everybody bets an over
Love the
typically.
overs. Yep.
Do you have any strong lean on over under in this game here?
No, but I know just trends wise at Fenway, the overs have hit a lot more than the under.
Okay.
Fenway's one of those parks where, I mean, you can skyrocket fast.
Yep. Yep. All right, so back to our money lines. Athletics Marlins. I think this is actually a pretty good value spot for A's on the road. I think they're -138 is not a bad number to get them at. I think they're a lot better, than that in reality for taking on the Marlins.
They're going bullpen game, I do believe.
Okay.
Which makes things a little tricky, but no,
Yep.
I mean the A's are still solid. They had another big win yesterday. Pitching was great.
Yeah, they're all of a sudden going to sneak into some wild card potential here.
There might be playoff games at a minor league field in Sacramento this year.
How would that be? That'd be some interesting, prime television right there.
Right.
Let's see, Dodgers, Braves. This is one where we had an upset coming today. And being a Dodgers fan too, I hate doing that, but this is Dodgers 5-game win streak heading to Atlanta. Dangerous place to play. How are you feeling about that one?
I kind of like the Braves.
Yeah.
Just I mean, they've turned it on. They won 9 out of their last 11, and they lost. I think they're at 9 and 11 or 9 out of 12. But yeah, they're starting to turn it on, and they're a super talented roster.
Yep. Yeah. I think it's a good spot for them today too, especially game one at home. Is always for anybody. It's tough going somewhere in game one. So
Right.
I think that's one, and we know how good the Braves can and should be, and they're starting to look that part. What did they start out 0-5, 0-4, 0-5 or something?
0-7 or 0-8.
0-7. Yeah, and it's they're a whole lot better than that team right there. Let's see. We got a question. Royals over Orioles. Yep, we like that a lot. Jets Blues over 5.5. We'll go to NHL once we finish up with the MLB and just take a look at what's going on there. What about Pirates? We had the Pirates losing to the Padres.
Yep.
And then Astros, White Sox. I mean, Chicago had a good performance yesterday, but I'm not banking on that to happen again.
Yeah, and then just bounced off yesterday again. Both the Nationals and the White Sox had 2 big wins, and they were trying to avoid the sweep. I mean, that really is a good trend that you can follow and win some money on.
Definitely. And actually, I didn't realize this. I saw a stat yesterday that the White Sox, what was it, 7-0, 8-0 or something in their win?
They won 8-0, yeah.
8-0. They have, I think, the most wins in this season by 5 or more runs of any team.
Right. They just pop off out of nowhere.
They don't win very many games, but when they do, they play well. So that's an interesting one right there. Rangers, Mariners, we actually are not backing this big betting split today. We liked the Mariners and liked them pretty confidently too to put them in our 3-team money line parlay.
Right. And the model loves them.
Model loves them. Yeah, we got a new model that we've just started rolling out, and that was one of the top picks today. So that gave some extra confidence to it. How do you got so much knowledge in every sport? Hey, this is what we do. We study this stuff.
Right.
This is where our time goes.
Yep.
Cubs, Brewers. Cubs playing good ball.
They are. I mean, 3 home runs off Paul Skeens yesterday. I mean, that was impressive. But they're playing good.
Bats have taken just another level.
Right.
Let's see. Mets, Cardinals. This is an interesting one. Big betting split in favor of St. Louis. How do you feel about that game?
Yeah, Cardinals are not a good team this year, but Cardinals at home are definitely a little better than them on the road. I mean, the Mets are playing solid. They had no offense yesterday besides Juan Soto. He hit 2 solo home runs. Mm-hmm. But I would take the Cardinals here, but it's basically just a straight pick 'em.
Yeah. And I think the Cardinals are actually in a pretty good spot. There's not a lot of games that I would pick them in, but especially when you see a betting split like this, 22% of bets, 52% of money, there's some people who know some things, on the inside are going in big
Right.
on something there. Tigers at the Angels. Tigers pulled through for us majorly yesterday. I think they do it again here today.
Right.
No
Scooble's
reason.
on the mound.
Yeah, Scooble on the mound. No reason to really doubt them in this situation. And then Rockies at the Giants, the one that crushed us all yesterday.
Crushed us.
Just a pathetic effort from them. Rockies are now two-game win streak for the first time all season.
Right.
And I do not think that turns into a 3-game win streak there.
No, but I mean, it's a ton of juice. That's about minus 300, I think, for the Giants. Ton of juice, but yeah, you got to think that they can't keep that thing rolling.
Yeah. And then we had a question: Mets not over Cardinals then? Yeah, I think we would now be with the Cardinals. I know when I posted a video, I'd put Mets, but this betting split.
Yeah, but that's one that you don't have to touch. You don't have to touch that one. That's a scary one, no matter what.
Yeah, everybody
did beat up on the Cardinals earlier this season. I think they swept them. But yeah, I mean, that's a scary one to touch.
And yeah, everyone in here, never feel the need to take something on every game. There's a lot of options out there on what you can take, and it doesn't need to be something on every single game in a day.
Right.
Be smart with it. What are some good games that aren't safe enough to bet? That's a good question. I would say
that Blue Jays Guardians.
Yeah.
I would put Mets Cardinals in there. And honestly, that Red Sox game's scary. I'd lean Red Sox, but that Red Sox game's definitely scary.
It is. I'm trying to think of any other. Phillies Diamondbacks.
I'd take the under. That's an under game, and I know it's juiced to the under. It's at, I think it was 9 this morning, and then the under was minus 122. So it's definitely juiced to the under. Both pitchers are looking good.
Yep. And yeah, actually, this is a rare occurrence here. You do see a positive betting split on the under in this game. So there is, it's overs are always going to be outweighing unders on just point totals. But when you do see a little betting split, that there's some good merit.
Right. That's not a bad idea.
So let's take a look. Let's hop over to the NBA real quick. Only one game today. Take a look at the splits. This has stayed steady. See if that money split's going to load. No splits available yet, but lines stayed steady. I think that this is a Warriors close this game out type of scenario here.
Yep, I think so too. Experience and just everything else. I think it's over. Man, the Pistons didn't get it done. They choked at the end of that game for us yesterday.
You really should have won that. Yeah, right. Somebody commented, Warriors definitely going to come back after Rockets loss. Yeah, I don't think the Warriors move past the next round, but they play the Thunder, I believe, if they win this tonight. Because I think, or no, they're going to play the Timberwolves maybe?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure.
We'll have to figure that out. Because I know Clippers, Nuggets will go to OKC, which will be a very interesting series.
Right.
And then let's see, we got another Cardinals money line. Hey, we do like it. If you're looking for an upset, Cardinals not a bad option.
Right. And it's not even much of an upset. I think they're minus 105 or something. It's not a terrible spot, but don't love it.
Chris confirmed it is the Timberwolves. So
okay.
Warriors Timberwolves, that would be a great series. I think Minnesota would get out of that though. I think Minnesota really could have been a 2 seed this year in the West.
Right. Well, everything was so tight. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, all literally by one and a half games separated, like 2 through 7, which is just crazy.
Right.
Christopher commented, Mets, Tigers, and Giants are juiced for me. Plus 285, boosted to plus 325.
Yeah, Mets are scary.
Yeah, Mets are scary. Well, I like getting the boost there, but
it's good odds. I mean, that is good odds with the super juicy Giants, and the Tigers are almost 2-1 favorites. But no, the Mets are pretty terrifying. A lot of people had the Phillies in parlays yesterday, and that killed them.
Yes, and we called that one out too. Just said that's not a game that we want to touch right. Christopher, is there a team besides the Mets that you can replace, or was that one of the kind of pre-built slips that got boosted?
I mean, you can go juicier. You can go Royals. We like the Royals today.
Yeah, like if you have that boost, I would go for something really safe and get it boosted to.
Or go Astros.
Yeah. Oscar asked, "What's the 3 pick today?" So, actually, if you can see it, he's on TikTok, but I'm showing the screen right now. Oscar on the ticker on the bottom. If you can see it, we are on MLB 3-team money line parlay: Yankees money line, Astros money line, Mariners money line.
Yeah, Chris. Actually, throw the Mariners in there instead of the Mets, and I mean, you'll have good odds still.
Yeah,
It'll
you'll
probably
get
be
great
close to
odds
the
from
same.
that. Yeah, because Mariners was not a juicy line at all
Yeah.
whatsoever. Orioles win. We're against the Orioles today. Good betting split for the Royals, and the model is picking them pretty confidently. Let's see. What's a better line to take for the Cardinals game? It's at plus 100. I don't know if is plus 100 the best odds there
For what?
for the Cardinals.
Money line? I mean, it
Yeah.
might be. It was minus 105 earlier this morning, so it's
Okay,
going the
yeah.
wrong way technically.
Yeah, it
But
is going the wrong way a little bit.
that's another under game.
Yeah, the under might. And actually, if you want
Sonny
to go,
Gray's been pitching well, and Clay Holmes has not been that too bad, and neither lineup has been shocking the world.
no, not at all. KC money line Zion. Yeah, we like that a lot actually. That's a good pick today. I think the Royals are in a very good spot here. And actually, as we're doing that, why don't we make the Royals our little Discord bot prediction today?
They were 2-0.
Let's go back over to the Discord, get that up on the screen here for
Right? Because
everybody.
which one did we take yesterday?
Actually, yesterday it was the Red Sox, which should have been.
Oh no, I thought it was Reds for a second. Okay,
but,
all right. Well, we got to bounce back.
Yep. So everybody, Discord betting bot. If you're not in it already, get in it now. It's a pretty cool feature. Let's go to Get Markets, MLB today, and see what type of odds we're able to get on the Royals today. So if we take Royals, and guys, this is literally placing your wager straight from the Discord. We'll just do $2 on it again out of the $5 testing that they provided us with. We'll confirm that in 2 to win 465, locking it in. And if you guys are not in the Discord already, it's in every bio that we have on social media. It's posted there. So definitely hop in, talk some sports, get access to this bot. We're, I think, probably one of the only servers in the world right now that has this capability. So it's pretty sweet to be on it. And there we go. Royals, Orioles. Let's get it done with a Competibot in the Discord today. So now let's turn our attention over to a NBA picks today. We got the Warriors. I think this series is over here.
Has there been any line movement in that game? There wasn't earlier.
Yeah, it looks steady.
Yeah.
We can go back and confirm that really quick. Yeah, they're not even loading anything. Bets or money percentage. That might more just be an action error
Probably.
there. It looks like the line stayed steady. And actually, we can check out NHL as well. Pretty even here with that too. I know this is game 6, Blues facing elimination. I would probably side with the Blues just based off of how NHL has gone with
home teams.
Home teams playing that well. Mariners and Cardinals are plus 100. I would definitely take the Mariners then. If you
like the Mariners a lot.
Yeah, if you can get the Mariners at plus 100 now, I think that's a very good.
Yeah, a little scary because the line's going the opposite way from us, but
yeah,
we still like the Mariners.
Yeah, we trust the data on that. Chris asked Dodgers win. Kind of like the Braves today for that upset.
I mean, they're going to win 110 games this year, but when are they going to? You got to find the spots they're going to lose, and I think this might be one of them.
Yeah. Then my boy Jake's back in saying LeBron's overrated again. Thank you for the daily reminder, Jake.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at some prize picks slips. See if we can't get some value on the slate today. So we're gonna head to the positive expected value page on OddsJam, which is a great tool to use for daily fantasy sports. Oh, we got some. That's the Saturday one, but let's take a look. Jimmy Butler under 22.5 points. Prize picks minus 119 can get this value. Pretty decent odds in some other books. Do we start the slip with Jimmy?
There was a lot of props that have his unders with good value today. So I don't mind that at all.
Let's lock in Jimmy Butler under 22.5 points. And then let's also take a look at the optimizer here. See what lines are different. Scooble here. Oh, under on the pitching fantasy score, which is interesting. But
his are always inflated too, though. It's
they
like
are.
Paul Skeens, it's like they have to pitch great every day. those
and we can
numbers,
see that
props numbers.
DraftKings is putting him at 38.3, where PrizePicks has him at 41.5. So that is a very valuable play right there.
Right.
So
I've never really messed with the fantasy score stuff. To be honest, I'm not even sure how they score baseball fantasy score.
No, I'm not 100%. Oh, whoops, not schemes.
But if there's value, there's value.
Exactly, and that's the biggest thing with anybody of you guys who do PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Better, Chalkboard, any of these apps. Get value. Don't just go with guesswork on this stuff.
Right.
And this is a way to find value. We're finding where the line is different. Like, let's see. We got the e-game here. Hunter Green, let's see. So under 7 strikeouts. Every other book lists him at 7.5. Heavily juiced to the under.
Right.
What do we think?
Let's throw that in there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hunter Green. And actually, if that betting split is true and the Nationals are getting some love, this could be a pretty short play.
Right.
Less than 7 strikeouts. All right, so we're
7's
3
a
legs.
lot.
Let's see who else. We can definitely hit the e-game market, but it's always, it's nice to get these NBA and MLB ones in. It's looking like that might be the value for these. So we can, 60% chance to hit in a.
I was gonna say, let's throw our free play in there. We could throw JP Crawford over a hit in there.
I like that. Let's see what they've got on.
We like the Mariners anyway.
JP Crawford. Okay, so we could take. We're gonna get the Green Goblin on that, so it's gonna take the value down a little bit. Let's see what it would put. Still not a bad play, and then we'll add in. So this is, let's see, this makes it 9x, and normally be 10x for a 4-legger. So that's not, I'm completely fine going with that there.
Right.
And we can end with their top e-game play, because I know, same thing. Don't even need to know about it, but if it's got value, it's got value. And at 60% hit rate, we're gonna take Fudge under first 2 map kills. If anybody knows what that means, that's what.
Help us out here.
We're gonna rock with. But we'd definitely love to see if anybody knows anything about this. Alex Bregman over hits, runs, RBIs. Ooh, we could take a look at that one on Outlier there.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our PrizePicks slip to everybody. So Jimmy Butler, less than 22.5 points. Scooble, under less than 41.5 pitcher fantasy score. Hunter Green, less than 7 strikeouts. JP Crawford, over half a hit. And Fudge in League of Legends, less than 4.5 maps, 1 and 2 kills. We'll just throw 20 on that.
Right, and then every time we build one, we can post it in the Discord too.
Yep, yeah, these will definitely be in the Discord. So your guys' best interest is to join us in the Discord for much more value than we're able to just give out on the lives. Because, we're finding plays, all throughout the day. So we can't always be on a live to cover it for you guys.
Right.
Okay, we had that question about Alex Bregman. Let's take a look at his. Can you show the slip again? Yeah, let's put that on the screen real quick. Our lineups. Here we go. Here, just take a screenshot of this, and then we'll move on. And if you miss this, just DM us on Discord, and we'll send it over to you. But now we got a request for Alex Bregman,
who has been hitting well.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What do we? That's a lot of green right there.
That is a lot of green.
And we can take a look too. So Bregman averaging 326 on the year versus right-handed pitchers. That gets even higher to 343. So that's a really good sign there. And good success against Joe Ryan. So
right. I was gonna say, yeah, the historical against that pitcher is always a good thing to look at.
Yeah.
And then say his last 10 games. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but obviously he's been red hot.
Definitely red hot here. Not a bad situation. Always covered, 59% of the games this season, and you can just see a lot of red in the beginning. He has turned it up.
Right.
Even in like the last 15 games, he's been.
Does he hit better at home? Does it have home and away splits in there?
It does. Oh wait, you know what? I think it does. Here, let's only home games. 64% of games this season. So
And his last, what, 3? So,
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I don't mind that at all.
or last 1, 2, 3, 5 games. Yeah,
Oh,
at home,
last 5. Yeah.
and 7 out of the last 8. So that's Bregman not a bad pick at all. Let's see. Anyone else got any questions going on? KK asked who wins in the MLB. We can just quickly rip through our MLB.
Pretty chalk day, I think, is coming.
It is, yeah.
I mean, there's a couple toss-up games. Now you can get Mariners at plus 100. So, I mean, here, we can just fly through all of them.
Yeah, so Nationals, Reds. I mean, hey, we like the Reds, but this might not be a bad split. Nationals are definitely a dangerous team, I think, here today. Let's see. Do you think it's more profitable to do money line or player stats? I would say, and Evan, I think you probably agree with this. Money line's been definitely where we've been much more profitable.
It definitely is, but it's just these smaller parlays, 2 or 3 team parlays to get it to plus money. That's where it's at instead of paying for the minus 250s, the minus 300s. So you're gonna have to group a couple together. But I think it's money line.
Yeah,
we've tried both, and we've tried both pretty hard, and we've had more
success. Yeah, we spent a lot of time going through player props, and you have your runs of success, but overall for money lines, we've been long-term successful, not just little pockets of success. What's a good 3-teamer? We got it at the bottom of the screen. Yankees, Astros, Mariners is our favorite. Juan Soto for 1 hit today. We could pull him.
Yeah, he finally got it going at Citi Field yesterday. He had 2 home runs.
Yep. So
that was the only offense. I think that's gonna be a low-scoring game, though. That Cardinals Mets game. Not sure how he's done against Sonny Gray in the past. We can find it right here.
Yeah, let's see. So hits. I mean, 50% in the last 5 games. Nothing incredibly special. Mets. Okay, so where's Soto in the lineup here?
Should be 2nd or 3rd.
I don't know. I guess they haven't announced their lineup yet. True. But so Juan Soto batting 252 versus right-handed pitchers. It does go down to 222 versus Sonny Gray, 500, 5 out of 10. So
how many at bats against Sonny Gray?
10.
Okay.
So I mean that makes it a little more promising. I wouldn't say it, and I'm sure that's a let's see the odds for Juan Soto. Actually, -1. Oh, that's on Prize Picks. Let's see what's on. Like 210 on DraftKings. 214 on Caesars. I don't know that I like him.
That's pretty juicy.
That much to go for a hit today.
Right.
When it's definitely not a guaranteed leg. Padres over Pirates money line. Yes.
Yep. We like it. Dylan Cease. The Padres are going to start. I mean, they started out real hot, a little bit of a skid, but they're coming. I mean, they're back, and it's the best division in baseball. That whole division is good besides the Rockies.
It is. It definitely is. Let's see. We got a question. Do we like the Yankees on the run line today?
Yeah, I like the Yankees to beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, I think this could be a 5-run game type where they win by 5. Volcano asked about the Blue Jays. That was a game we're not touching. No. Do not like any of the value really there that we see in that one. What other questions do we have? We've kind of covered the slate today, so we'll log off unless you guys have. Okay, 2 questions came in about the Royals. We do like the Royals a lot. Place that bet in the Discord as well. Padres and Reds money line. I think there's better 2-leg parlays out there today.
Yep, I do too. But I mean, you're going to get good number on those 2.
You will. Yeah. Royals money line. We like that. I feel like Yankees have played so much already. I think Yankees are in a great spot.
Yeah, and Max Fried has been dealing, and the Rays offense has not looked good at all. Mm-hmm. So I think Yankees get 3 or 4 runs a day. We're good.
Yeah, we had a question about Ben Rice home run. Let's just quickly pull up his outlier.
Sure.
If home runs are always going to be a long shot, but let's see. We want the over. Plus 325 though. That's not.
It's not bad.
No.
How many has he hit this year?
Let's see. He has 2025. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home runs.
Not bad.
He's had the power going in today. Nick, top 3 most confident picks today is going to be in our 3-team money line. parlay Yankees, Astros, and Mariners. Giants over Rockies. Yes, Giants should win
Right.
that game. All right, back to the. Let's see. Where is Mr. Rice? 266 right-handed pitchers. Oh, okay, that's interesting, Evan. So 6 of his 8 home runs came against righties.
Yep. All right.
0 for 3 against Ryan Peepoit.
We can pull up if you have that ballpark stuff up still and see, because where are they playing today?
Oh yeah, which site was that again?
Statcast, but if you look up MLB Park Factors, it should pop up. Like home run pack. Yeah. And then go down. So where were they playing? Where's Ben Rice playing today?
So they are at the Yankees Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here we are, Yankee Stadium. What are we looking for here?
So really, it's the higher the park factor number there is. So like, see, I can barely see it. So but obviously, it's like more hitter friendly for home runs. Yeah, I mean,
if we filter by home runs, it looks like they do have second.
And this will show the last 3 years.
Okay, so yeah, second. So this essentially means second most home runs have been hit in Yankee Stadium, essentially.
Right, and they got the short porch. Yeah, and right. I mean, so Yankee Stadium is it's a hitter friendly park for sure.
Yeah.
So that's always a good thing to look at. You can look at making sure the wind's not blowing in.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors I think that go into home run picks that people don't really realize. Now we got a question: why the Mariners? Feel like that's a sweaty one. Definitely is based off of the
model. Yeah, this model we have, the machine learning model, it loves them today, and it's been solid.
Yeah. So we trust some data in that pick right there, and that's another thing too. You can't just go off of opinions in this industry. And what we think is going to happen. We go off of a lot of research and and this model that's been taking in a whole lot more data than we'll ever be able to process by just analyzing stats that are available. So let's see, we got Red Sox ? Do like the Red Sox, not one of our favorites, didn't make them a play today, but I think they win.
Yep, I think so too. We thought they were going to win yesterday too. They should have won that game yesterday.
They definitely should have. T-Dog said Giants sold last night.
Totally did.
Still not over that one, I think.
No.
Cubs over Brewers.
I like it. Because even on the road, the Cubs are good this year. They're good everywhere.
Thoughts on Marlins money line? I do not like that. A's are a pretty dangerous team.
Yeah, they are, but the A's are going bullpen game. I mean, there's value there with the Marlins, but it's hard to trust the Marlins doing anything.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. All right, final questions before we hop off. If anybody's got anything. Who lost last night? We lost. The Giants cost us.
Yeah, the Giants cost us because that parlay was plus 339.
Yep.
The Reds beat the hell out of the Cardinals, and the Tigers came back and won big, and then the Giants fell apart on us.
Yeah, Volcano, Red Sox or not? I probably wouldn't touch it today. I think Red Sox win, but I wouldn't. Not one of the best games on the slate. No more for player props. Oh wait, here we got Aaron Judge over 1.5 total bases. Actually, that might not be a bad bet today.
No, but all those numbers for those superstars like that are going to be inflated. So it's not like you're getting a good number on those. But yeah, he's been unbelievable. So
yeah, we do have Dodgers losing today. Would you take Tigers again today, Angel? We would.
Yeah. Tigers feel safe.
Yeah, I think so. T-Dog, best money line today is right at the bottom of our screen here. Yankees, Astros, Mariners.
Yep.
Should I add Royals to the parlay? I wouldn't add them into it, but you can take them.
The odds would jump like crazy, but it'd be tough. I wouldn't add them into it.
It's tempting, and I completely get that, but it's not the smart play to do. Right. Jonathan asked about the Mets. What was I'll pull their screen back up.
Yeah, don't love it. Cardinals at home are a lot better team. I mean, it's a total pick'em game though. It's a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
Mets offense hasn't looked great. Neither has the Cardinals though. But Sonny Gray has pitched well. I think that's an under game, Jonathan.
All right. Do you guys like the Padres today?
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's some good stuff on them. Aaron Judge over half a hit. That would have to be in a parlay because I'm sure that Those are not
juiced up big time.
Twins. What was the Twins game again? Oh, Red Sox. Yeah, not one that would take the Red Sox, but not anything that's looking good. And we have actually some line movement in the favor of the Red Sox there. I'm sure you guys love the question, who is guaranteed to win today? The answer should be Vegas. Well, hey, I think it's us instead of Vegas, though, right?
Yeah, come on. We just need 3 of them.
Bobby Witt Jr. for a hit. He's another guy who you can kind of always take that on. But if you're taking him for a hit, it's got to be in something bigger than that. Do not put just a straight bet on Bobby Witt to get a hit at, whatever minus 250 it's going to be. Oh, this is a good question. Brian Wu is good. That's part of the reason, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. And that Rangers offense has been awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk about a disappointing start to a year.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got asked about the Astros. Definitely like them today. Just can't see the White Sox picking up. Yeah, back to back wins here.
Just do your job. They'll win that. And win the game. Same thing with the Yankees.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Royals money line now at plus 124. I think that's the number we definitely like.
Yeah, I mean that's juicy. I mean, well, not juicy, but it's a good number. It's good value.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more than what it should be. I think they should have been, kind of more close to even odds on this one. So, all right. Well, I think thoughts on Phillies and D-backs. Not
under.
Yeah.
There's a couple good under games today. That's the pitching duel.
Not in love with kind of either money line side there.
No.
T-Dog, yeah, we do like the Warriors tonight. They should be able to close that out against Houston. All right, guys. Well, I think we call that a day here, and let's pick up wins, get that 3-team money line, back on track.
Right, and for all the horse racing lovers, tomorrow we can go live and talk a little Kentucky Derby. I got horse racing going on behind me now.
I noticed that, and that's not my forte. So I would definitely love to hear what you've got to say on that.
Yeah, we'll talk about the line movement and everything fun. If there's one race a year that you bet on, it's the Kentucky Derby. So
you got to. All right, yeah, we'll come with some stuff for you guys tomorrow on that. Last question: Cardinals game under 7.5. Thoughts on that one, Evan?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I think that and the Diamondbacks Phillies games are both good unders. You're going to get a better number with Diamondbacks Phillies because those are 2 better offenses, but the pitching that should be. I'm taking the under in both games.
Like the over in the NHL game today, not touching that. We don't have anything great on that one. Why are you ending so fast? We've been live for a pretty good amount of time. We got to get on with our days here. And then last one was who's the 3-team money line? If you can see it at the bottom of the screen, screenshot that. But Yankees, Astros, Mariners is our 3-team lay of the day. So if you guys have more questions, shoot them in the Discord. We'll get back to you guys. But with that, have a great day, and we'll
absolutely.
See you.
Yep, let's win some games today.
Always.